Hi, I'm James Mather. I'm a supervising sound editor, re-recordist and sound designer. I work in the UK in London on numerous feature films. I get involved with the post-production sound process from initially the point where the production finishes its shoot and the director starts making their cut, and I collaborate with the filmmakers and the picture editors to put together a soundscape for the final released motion picture. Along with looking after the crew and making sure that we have enough people and enough creative talent to create the soundscape, I liaise with the filmmakers and come up with ideas for sound design, and occasionally we'll end up re-recording the effects side of the soundtrack. And it's a creative process that involves a lot of location recording, special sound effects recording, sound effects design, dialogue editing, crowd recording, Foley recording, which is a key part of any soundtrack, and then the final piecing it all together with all the elements, which is a period of time that usually takes anywhere up to a month or 2 months. So it's a very creative process, but it's also a very pragmatic process where you have to work within the parameters of the industry settings, the Dolby settings. We now work in Atmos, along with a number of other deliverable formats, and it's an exciting time for sound. Sound is growing into a bigger and bigger creature, and so we have an opportunity now to do more with sound than we've ever done. We juggle a lot. We do juggle a lot, but part of that whole process of creativity is that you make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes are things that you could never think of, and they're part of the creative process. I often say that you need to be able to stand still to run, and I think in sound you need to experience the quiet before you make a noise, and everything we do is considered. There isn't a sound in a film these days that hasn't been considered and doesn't exist there for a good reason. It's rare that a film will not have gone through a process of intense scrutiny, and sound is the last stage of the filmmaking process, so it has an awful lot of responsibility to all the people that have created it thus far to tell the story and make it an exciting and enjoyable experience for the audience. So the face of post-production is changing to accommodate the new deliverables, the new scale of soundtracks, and it's an exciting time, as I said, and we are working more and more within the box, within the Pro Tools sessions, so that these can be taken from one facility to another. We can change our rooms in a very short turnaround, and it's made post-production sound it's a more viable option now in terms of being able to play in different locations.